Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? I see. House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon?
The Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House. Perhaps too clever for her own good. Allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need to steady his armies. I'm told there are others who...
Your Grace.
And at the pleasure of your king. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they do what is necessary to save Casterly Rock.
There are limits, Your Grace.
You, Cersei. It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake?
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be in their hearts. You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve...
My loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play.
The king.
She is a threat to the...
I'm not quite sure what to make of her. Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl, but not very encouraging either.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining. Ah, Lady Marjorie. No doubt Lady Marjorie will... My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs... And you'd be wise not to. But... I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure Ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance. And it would infuriate Cersei. Although, what would be amusing for me... It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters.
Sit, if you don't mind.
Of course now. Here with the fourth cousins and the ninth-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told, which I doubt is Dornish for wife. We're just having some fun.
Over now.
Perhaps Lady Marjorie can make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands.
I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of
Marrying a
his.
king? I can only imagine what that would be like.
And Oberyn Martell.
Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
I'm told he has a paramour.
He does have a certain
Which I doubt is
look
Dornish
about
for
him.
wife.
And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I'd
Just
be
having
willing
some
to marry,
fun.
but not Joffrey.
Over now.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the Seven Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
But not Joffrey.
Well,
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing around.
this is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Nora.
What are you doing?
I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am Queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly. I know you must fear what Lord Bolton might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
I did have a favour to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
There's been something on my mind. Something important. I prefer to speak with you alone. I did have a favour to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
Go on. Ask.
I received a letter from my family. I fear my family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. But if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
That is no small request, especially now.
I received a letter.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene.
But if a raven could be sent
Is the situation that dire? Joffrey will not look favorably on such a request.
I will forever be in your debt. My family will forever be in your debt.
That is no small request. I don't know, Nora. If Cersei were to find out. Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks.
You're the only one who can help me. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother.
Joffrey will not look favorably.
Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent. My family will forever be in your debt.
That is no small Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
You're the only one who can help. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within a week. I would never ask this if your foot was so urgent.
Seven hells.